Spencer Lewis here for Inside Track TV. We're wrapping up the 2012 season with the OSCAAR Super Late Model Tour here at the Autumn Colors Classic. I'm here with the driver number 77, the Steel City Outlaw, George Wilson. And George, an up and down weekend. You come away with a runner-up finish, but you certainly looked as though you may have had the car to beat today.
Yeah, we felt like we hit the tires today for the feature, even though we didn't get to practice. And you know, we bided our time. We got a restart. Brandon had a little bit of a lead off the start of the race, and we got the jump on the outside, and I guess he had a tire cut down, and we thought we'd be good to go, and then we ran into, or Glenn's front bumper ran into our rear bumper. Not very typical of Glenn to do that kind of stuff, but he apologized. It is what it is, but I just can't get one here.
Do you feel as though had that contact with Glenn Watson not happened and you not had to come up from the rear in the field, you certainly would have had something for the number 9 machine?
Well, the 9 was at the back at that point anyway, and I don't believe anybody would have got me at that point. That's just my opinion. I had good forward drive at the time, but after I got looped, I found that I lost forward drive after his tires spinning on the front stretch there and smoke everywhere. So I believe that I attribute the forward drive that I lost towards the end of the race was care of that.
Now, I mean, you've had a real tough month. The car took an incredible amount of damage at the Sunset Speedway velocity. Contact with another driver sent you into the inside retaining wall. How damaged was the 77 car at that point?
Hanley and I got into it there, coming off on a green flag, coming to the green flag after I passed him prior to that. And he pinched me down, and I ended up in the inside wall, and I ended up getting the car cut off at the front where my feet are. Everything forward was brand new.
How many hours out at Port City went into that car to making it whole again?
Besides travel time there and back, Port City put in 25 and a half hours, and then we started reassembling the drivetrain. We made it on time. I think we got there about half an hour before the gate opened at Kawartha.
Now, you returned to the Biederman Memorial at Kawartha. Transmission problems took you out of that event, so a second place finish here, even though it's not the victory that you wanted, does it help you finish your season on a high note, especially after the bad luck you've had the last 2 times out?
Yeah, I stand corrected with the transmission problem there at Kawartha. It ended up being our rear end, but all in all, I think everybody knows we're here to compete for the top 3, and I'm going to build a bigger bumper for next year, and when they want to mess with me, they're going to get it. I'm not going to play the games anymore, and I'm not threatening anybody. It's just going to drive people the way they drive me. Right now I have a chintzy little bumper there, and I'm aggressive, and I can respect aggressive driving, but if you're going to dump me, you're going to get dumped back, because I'm not going to play the games anymore, and we'll be back to play, and hopefully play clean.
Go ahead and thanks to people for me, George.
I got to thank Port City Race Cars. If it wasn't for them, I mean, they can build a race car in 25 and a half hours. That's just awesome. And then I got Marola Racing Engines. I got the Let the Fur Fly Pet Saloon. I got Lucky Devil Tattoos in Barrie. And I can't thank my crew enough. And you know, this crew, we come down here one night with just myself and Keith here, and this crew's grown to the point that it's I got people offering a spot, and I got the Lazary boys all showing up and giving us dinners, and they're from Aurelia. And, you know, it's great to have open arms with these people liking the racing and liking our character, and it's pretty cool. Actually, I got a good little story for you. I'm sitting in Protect tonight, and I'm sitting there, and this lady comes up with 2 drinks in her hand, and she looked at me and she said something about being Mrs. Shepherd's wife, and something to do with the Zardos, and I didn't catch her name, but I thought she was going to give me an overhand right when I was sitting in my car, and she turned around and she said, "I just love the way you drive." And it kind of took away, it took the bitterness I had earlier of not winning the race out, that, you know, I was flattered that she didn't hit me and like the race.
How about the Autumn Colors Classic? You don't have that elusive win yet, but you gotta love what this event stands for.
I really do. It's prestigious, and everybody steps it up and wants to win. It's just too bad that there's so much carnage. You know, I'd love to come out of here with a win, but I want to come out with one with, you know, a non-carnage race. And I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
Well, you turned some heads, to say the absolute least, in 2012. Had some phenomenal performances. It's great that you're going to be back for 2013. Best of luck on that 10-hour drive home. Thanks so much for supporting the tour this year, George.
No, thank you guys for supporting us and being so open-armed to us. Everyone from the media to the fans that come by in open arms and want to check stuff out. They're all so polite. We can't say enough. We have a good time, or else we wouldn't be here.
There you go, folks. Number 77 on the OSCAAR Super Late Model Tour. It's the Steel City Outlaw, George Wilson.